Question number 8. The HCF of P and Q, which are relatively primes. Relatively primes or co-prime numbers are same. So what are relatively primes or co-prime numbers? Those numbers which do not have any factor in common other than 1. For example, if you take any non-prime number or prime number, say let me take 12. 12, if you factorize, you will get 2 into 2 into 3. And 25, which is another number, if you factorize, you'll get 5 into 5. Of course, into 1 also is that. So if you take this type of numbers which do not have any factor in common, if you look at these two numbers, we don't have any factor in common other than 1. Only 1 is common. These are called relatively prime numbers or co-prime numbers. So if we take two relatively prime numbers, then the HCF means HCF is the common factor, so we have just 1 as common. So HCF of two relatively prime numbers or co-prime numbers is always going to be 1, because 1 will be the only factor which will be common. But if you take LCM, what will be the LCM of these two numbers? Supposing 25 and 12. LCM, in order to get the LCM, you just have to multiply, because nothing is common here. We just have to multiply the two numbers. So LCM of two relatively prime numbers is always the product of the two numbers. So in this case, this is the product, P into Q. So remember, HCF of relatively prime numbers is always 1, and LCM of two relatively prime numbers or co-prime numbers is the product of the two numbers. That means you have to multiply the numbers. So in this case, if you multiply P into Q, it will be PQ. So the correct option here is PQ. Next question, the product of the prime factors of 156. So we just have to factorize this like this with prime numbers. The first prime number is 2, 2 sevens are 14, 1 left, 2 eights are 16, 2 1, 2 threes are 6, 2 nines are 18, then 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. So the product will be 2 square into 3 into 13. So where do we have 2 square into 3 into 13? This is the correct answer.